And what about you? 10 years from now, what are you doing? What is Gaur Gopal doing 10 years from now? Are you still coming to London? Are you still speaking in the ashram? Are you still doing books? Or are there other things that you're doing?
10 years from now, Gaur Gopal Das will do whatever it takes to serve others. If this, what I'm doing today, is the medium to serve others 10 years later, Gaur Gopal Das will continue doing that. If 10 years later the medium of service changes, if Gaur Gopal Das is at an age and has the ability to adapt and learn, will learn to serve. I really don't think I'm attached to this way or another way of doing things. I'm attached to one thing: service. Right? Service. And if this is the way to serve today, we serve this way. 10 years down the line, if there's another way to serve, we'll serve that way. But one thing we can't forget: serving people, making a difference, and really adding value to the lives of people.
That's it. That's your metric. That's your barometer.
Yes.
Service.
Yes.
That's the lesson for today. Find a way to be of service.
Indeed.
And then observe how it makes you feel. Observe your world when you are of service.
Indeed.
And just watch at what evolves, what emerges,
Yes.
who you become.
Yes.
That's our challenge to everybody. Gaur, I always finish with a couple questions. I'm going to ask you these at the end. If you could pick up a phone and call up the 20-year-old Gaur, who I guess wasn't talking to his dad at that point, maybe working at HP, I don't know where you were, I guess you were. If you could give him some advice based on everything you know now, what would you tell that young man?
I would tell the 20-year-old Gaur what I told the story in the book, right? That don't hold your ego so seriously. People are more important than your ego. I think I already said that in the story, but that's the answer to the question anyways.
Yeah, you don't always have to be right?
Yeah, you don't have to always be right.
Being right is not
absolutely
the important thing.
Absolutely.
That's a powerful lesson. On that same note, best advice you've ever received could have come from Radha Dutt, could have come from a book you read, a person else in your life, but is there something that sticks out as the best advice you've received?
Yeah, the best advice I got was from Radhanath Swami. Again, many pieces of advice, but this one was also interesting. I'd once gone to him and I was talking to him about all the problems in the ashram. 45 minutes just ranting and raving, all the problems in the ashram. And he heard me out patiently. And then after 45 minutes, he said, "Are you done?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Can I say something?" I said, "Yes." And for the next 45 minutes, he went on to explain all the good things that were happening in the ashram. And then he said, "Look, I'm not saying the issues that you're mentioning are not there. I'm just saying that you're not looking at the bright side that's happening too." And he said, when you focus only on these and get consumed by negativity, you lose the ability to actually solve those problems. Whereas if you shift your attention to these good things and get consumed by positivity, that gives you the perspective, the wisdom, the energy, the inspiration to deal with these problems. So he said, I'm not saying the problems are not there. I'm just saying, he said, the problem is not the problem. The problem is that you're consumed by the problem.
Damn, he is on another level, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on another level. Huh? And then he said that you should kind of shift your... So that's the story I wrote in my first book.
That's good. The problem isn't the problem. The problem is that you have the problem.
You're consumed by the problem.
You're consumed by the problem.
Consumed by the problem.
Whew, that's powerful. That's a way homer. You're going to think about that on the way home. Very powerful. Last question to that 20-year-old that's out there listening to us or watching us. This person grew up, they were born with a mobile phone around them and the internet and this new reality that we grew up to later in our lives. They look at the world and they see lots of crises and problems and arguments and wars. And advice to them. What do they need to focus on, think about? What's important?
Yes. I think, again, like I said earlier, in this digital age today, social media age, we have a generation of youngsters who are very authentic. Right? We have a generation who really believes in purpose. Hashtag purpose is probably the highest used hashtag. Right? They may or may not understand what it means fully yet. They may or may not know it very well. They may not know the nuances of it. But they have the willingness to live by purpose. Right? So I feel we live in a beautiful generation at this time. As distracted as they may be because of social media, it's not their fault entirely anyways. Right? They're very, very, very genuine in this regard. So I feel my advice would be genuine, be authentic, seek what is right. You don't have to have everything figured out right now. The world's problems are not necessarily your problems alone. We'll see what to do about it. There'll be a way out. Don't be hopeless. Don't lose hope. At every single time where there are dark moments, we will find a ray of light. The sun rising every morning tells us that the night will end. There will be hope. There have been dark moments in the past. We've bounced back. There have been financial troubles we've had in the past. We've bounced back. The economic regression, the financial regression we had, right? The financial turmoil in 2008 when Lehman Brothers crashed. The whole world was in the soup. We bounced back. COVID came. We bounced back. Wars will happen. We'll bounce back. Let's be human. Let's be authentic. We are called humankind. Let's be human and let's be kind. Then we'll be a humankind. That's my message to 28.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.